but you got to have vision.
If you think about video games, how in video games, let's take Mario Brothers for instance. The first Mario Brother, you're on level 1. Your first time ever playing it. You go through the world, you start seeing these creatures, these turtles, these toads, right? Dragons. Like, whoa, what's that? And you don't know how, you don't know if you have to jump over it. You don't know if you can jump on top of it. You don't know if you have to just run from it or what. And then you learn through trial and error. You might not get through that level on your first attempt. Most people don't. Most people don't. The only time you zip through the level is from experience, because there's so many different obstacles coming your way, and that's what video games teach us. But while you experiencing that first level, you're navigating it. There's the toad. You're like, and then you might get a little hit because you start off big, right? And then you shrink down. And a little while longer, you're able to regain your strength back. That's what Mario Brothers show you. They give you power-ups along the way when you just start defeating these obstacles. You get a little power-up to help you out with the bigger obstacles. And you have to earn that. You know what I mean? They don't just give it to you. You have to punch through some things in order to get that power-up. You know, have the courage to go after it. And now you're shooting fire at your enemies now because you got this power-up that you earn, right? But like I say, the enemies and the challenges get bigger and bigger each level. Now, you might not have made it halfway through the first level, but you know what you had to do to beat each one of those, your opponents, right? That's what I'm going to call them. And you learn from those mistakes. So now you learn from that. You can breeze through that part next time. You lose again further up the road. Guess what? You don't have to start from the beginning again, which means you can retake the test, but you already have most of the answers already. So you know you're going to minimum pass that part of the test. So they start you off where you left off because you have that knowledge already. And then, like I said, up ahead, you're going to experience some new challenges. You might have to jump to new heights to reach your goal, which is at the end of the first level. Any level of Mario, you're trying to get to that flag at the end so that you can get to the castle. So you have to, sometimes you have to jump, you have to climb, you know, you have to punch through some things and knock some things down. You have to take some alternate paths sometimes in order to get to the goal, which means there's multiple options to get to your destination, kind of like GPS to give you the options, right? But one might not work for you. You'd be like, okay, I tried that way. This time I'm gonna go down, you know, Mario, they have those green pipes. Just go down and go into a warp zone. You know what I'm saying? And that path actually got you. You went underground and you came back up. You look like, oh, I didn't even have to conquer those monsters or those opponents because they didn't even see me. I slid on under. And sometimes you have to earn that. You have to, I feel like if you connected with the Most High, they'll give you those paths. You will know the secret areas to go in order to access these warp zones, and then you can sneak right past your enemies, right past them. They didn't even see how you got far ahead of them. They was waiting on you. They had their eyes on you. But see, this happened through you disappearing. They didn't see you go through the warp zone. It's like, he normally here around this time. She's normally here around this time. It's just strange, they not here. And they was waiting for you to come to the same spot you did last time. But no, you went silent. You went ghost. Connected with the Most High. You went to meditation, prayer. And you got the answers. Like, you take this path, made your path straight, even though you had to go under and get around your enemies, show you how to get around your enemies in a nice, silent way. They still waiting on you. You done finished the level. You done went up and you done got the flag. You own the level 2. And those enemies behind there, they still waiting on you. That's why it's best to, even when you get this level 2, don't celebrate too high and let them know that you already got the level 2, because they still think you back there. As a matter of fact, they might think that you quit. So when you get to the next level, don't start celebrating too soon, because they're going to be mad that you got past them. And they're going to be throwing nothing but heat at you on that next one. They go inform the people at the next level, and the heat will come even harder on you. Because as you already know, that next level is going to bring a greater challenge. So leave the people from the past that was in your way, leave them, because it's only going to add to the new challenges that you've earned on this next level. It's just like a test, right? You go through school, we go through grade school, and then you get to graduate school, right? Or you go to college first, right? And you might get an associate's first, and then a bachelor's, then you go to grad school. And now is the part where you start to master things in life, like learning from your lessons. Everything you went through is a class that you're taking. Relationships, you know, family dynamic, romance, business, whatever it might be. This is you going through that class. And we might have failed that test a couple of times, but you didn't give up. You didn't drop out. So you made it through. And with all that knowledge, so now you're on to grad school and you're working on your master's. So you're mastering everything that you've already taken in the past. So in life at this point, you're going to have your obstacles. You're going to have new challenges, but it's going to be similar to what you already went through. It's just going to look different. So you have to be in tune, like I said, to the Most High to be able to recognize, like, that's just like that other problem. I passed that. And you're going to already have the answers to how to overcome that challenge. You're going to already have it. And there you go. You're a master now. You're a master, and you ascend to the next level, which is a doctor, right? So at that level, you're the master yourself. At this point, you're the master yourself. So now you're able to help heal others. You're able to help heal others at this point. Once you get to that master self-mastery, which we all should be striving for, now you can help others. And the people that knew you from the past, they look at you and they might be some will be mad that you've ascended so high. Maybe how did they get there? They might be wondering how you got there. They might have thought you cheated your way to the top. They used to look at you as a crazy person on the way there. I don't know what they talking about or what they learned that from, or they're not talking the same way I knew them. And that's the point. You're supposed to continue to get better and better. You're not supposed to be the same person that you were in the past when somebody knew you. That's why when you see people from the past that you hadn't seen in decades, right, they finally see you like, that person's not the way I remember them. If it's for the better, then that's a good thing. Now, this person was at a peak where you knew them and then they kind of like took some steps back, then they might not have the challenges that they face. And you have to have some empathy for people because everybody has different challenges. Everybody's test is not the same, so don't judge people that didn't make it to grad school, school anyway, right? Don't judge people that didn't get out of high school. Don't judge people that aren't in a certain career field. Don't judge people. You don't know their path. You don't know. Everybody's is unique. So at the minimum, we should be rooting for each other to make it in this thing. All of us. Everybody that you have experienced in this life is like, look at them as your tag team partner. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you call each other partners. And if you think about it like in wrestling, you have a tag team, but only one of them could be in the ring at the same time against the opponent. Both couldn't be in the same time together unless it was like a Royal Rumble or something like that. No holds barred, no rules pretty much. So when your partner is in the ring, they fighting off the opponent and they're going to get tired eventually. And they're going to have to come and tag you in to come and take over for them because they're low now in energy. They need you to come in and keep you two afloat as they get their strength back. And there might be a time where they run in and you break the rules and you jump that opposition because sometimes you have to defeat the opposition in different ways than they would expect. Something not basic. Hit them with something they never saw. And sometimes it takes a team to get through a certain challenge. That's why when you meet up with certain people in life, and even if they're not quite where you are, see where you can benefit each other. And don't get frustrated when somebody is not at the level you think they should be. Consider their past, consider the test they may have had to take and how it might have whipped them so bad they just kind of like want to take it easy. You never know. But them seeing you not giving up on them gives them more strength to fight for you. If you don't give up on them, any partner, if you don't give up on them, they'll fight for you. And nobody's perfect. So don't give up on your partners. This is romance, family members, friends, business partners. Now I'm talking about people with pure hearts, good intentions. I'm not talking about people that operate with malicious intent. I'm not talking about them. Those aren't your partners. And you will recognize if you are in connection in any way. This could be some family members, unfortunately, some good friends. So you'll learn that these aren't my people. You'll learn that these are not my people because you'll recognize that malicious energy because it's like an energy of where you think you going. Like they're not trying to improve themselves, right? And they're trying to hold you and keep you right there with them. No. Like I said, the people with malicious intent, you keep them right where they are. But the ones that have pure hearts and intentions, and they recognize the areas where they need to work and continue to develop, they're going to want to continue to keep on elevating in this school of life. They're going to want to continue, and they're not going to, and if you don't give up on, that's going to give them even more hope. Sometimes you giving up on somebody might cause them to drop out. This is not saying that you're responsible for anybody. In my opinion, this is a solo mission, this life. It's like, I always think about how there's twins, right? Triplets, whatever. You got multiple children at one time, right? And even though they're twins, they didn't enter the world at the same time. And they won't leave at the same time either. You see what I'm saying? This is a solo mission, but we all here to help each other in whatever way, shape, or form. And even if the person, look at a partner, is somebody who has let you down in some type of way, unfortunately, like remember that nobody's perfect. And think about their hearts. Think about their hearts and think about it as the other areas that they do make up for that. And not to excuse it, but to say this person is worth it. They are a good person, but it's something that's just whipping them so bad. Maybe I can help them recognize it. Once again, you're not responsible for them, but maybe you can help them recognize that flaw. You're like, we get this fixed with you. You gonna be unstoppable. You're gonna be unstoppable. It's just that one thing that they need to work on. And it might not happen overnight. It might take time, but once they realize it and they know that you're somebody that's not going to give up on them, and they're not taking that for granted either. Once they know you won't give up on them, they're going to go hard to make sure they give you everything that you deserve out of them. They're going to make sure that they'll snap out of whatever spell they in. They'll snap out of it like night and day. It's as easy as staying at a low vibration or choosing. That is all the choice. Low vibration, high vibration. In between is where you get stuck. Choose your mood, choose your vibe, choose your attitude. And when you choose that, that's exactly the energy that you're going to get in return. You're going to demand it, right? And if it's the opposite energy, it's not going to be able to stay around you because you're standing in your power. You're like, I demand respect. I demand this. I demand to continue to elevate and get better. And as long your family is going to be the people that choose to ascend, you're not going to be at the same. Your race is different. Everybody's timeline is different. So you might not get there at the same time. But as long as you're elevating at your own pace, that's all that matters. And you can stay connected to those people because you need each other, because you're one. You need each other. You really do. So recognize the people with the pure hearts. Recognize the people with the pure hearts that made mistakes and knowing that they wasn't perfect, but did so many amazing things, but made a mistake, and you cut them off because of mistake. But you may have benefited from them in many other areas, but they made one mistake and you throw them in the trash. Be careful with that. Pure-hearted people. Sometimes it might not look at it. It might not look like they pure heart because you're only viewing them from the lens of that flaw they have. Always look for the best in somebody. Always. Remember, I'm not telling you to just give that to everybody. You know the ones with malicious intent, but pure-hearted people do not mean to hurt you. They really don't. They just have a lot of work to do. Some are closer to the finish line than the others. But you must not give up on pure-hearted people. You are there to help. Remember, you have mastered this particular area that they need assistance in. That's why you're there. That's why you're there. And this is part of, like I said, helping each other ascend. You pulling them up. There might be an area, not right now, but somewhere along the path. After you help them, you wouldn't have got there if you hadn't helped them overcome theirs, right? But later down the line, you thought you were all good and now you're challenged with something. And since you helped them, this is an area that they're strong in. They're a doctor in that area, and they're able to pull you on up and help you overcome that challenge in your life. See, we're supposed to be helping each other. Don't harbor any venom for somebody that might not be moving at your pace. They might have a lot up against them, and it might take some time for them to snap out of something, but you know their hearts are pure. And once they snap out, trust and believe. I'm speaking from personal experience. Once I snap out of whatever situation I'm in and I'll be like, I'm focused on what I need to do. Oh, it's going to happen. It's said it's a new law in my spirit. It's a new law. I done rewrote the rule. Yeah, I don't operate in that old energy no more. I'm reborn at that point. I'm a new person. Every time you improve in life, you are reborn. So you don't have to overcome everything all at once in life. Take your time. Be like, I need to work on this part of myself. Overcome that person. If you can take on more tasks, cool. But if you somebody that has to go at your own pace, overcome challenge one by one, do it that way. Do it that way. You might get energy up the line to be like, I can do more now. You know, you're going to get that strength. You're going to get that strength, and you're going to connect with people that's going to continue to motivate you. They won't give. Once you get to a certain level, nobody's going to give up on you because you're going to recognize that you are all the same. You might have different strengths and weaknesses, but you're all the same, and nobody's ever perfect. And you're just trying to fill in all the blanks, all those areas that are blank to where you don't have the answers. You're just trying to fill them in. That's the areas you're working on. And you'll get there eventually. This has been an Intellectual Thought with Mysterydoe. I got nothing but love for you. Until next time. Later.
You got to have vision.